Hi, my name is Toon Hein, and in this video I'm going to tell you and share a bit about my background. I will tell you how I was and maybe that will help you understand the way I'm a leader, the way I behave as a manager. I was brought up in a small family, just my parents and my sister and myself, so 4 people in the household only. We lived in the suburbs, in a house, in a villa out in the suburbs. And I went to school and played with the kids and did some homework and some sports. That's basically the contents of my childhood. In my family, we didn't know hard times. Hard times was experienced back in the World War II, but that was 30 to 40 years ago when I was a child. So my grandparents, they maybe remembered, but that's all. So we were doing fine, no big troubles, and hard times was way back, and not a thing in our mind. I'll tell you a bit about the principles of my upbringing, principles from my parents. And one thing, probably the most important principle, was that I could never tell a lie. I would always have to tell the truth and precisely the truth. The truth equals precision. There's no bending, no storytelling. So either it's a truth or it's a lie. And there's nothing in between in this upbringing. On the other hand, the good news was that my parents always said, we don't shoot the messenger. That was saying that symbolized that it was okay to come with bad news. So they encouraged us to bring forward bad news as well as good news. So we should not hide away if we done something bad. We should be open and tell about it, and that would give us credit. So actually, if I've done something wrong, it was better for me to tell my parents and then gain some points on openness and honesty instead of trying to hide it, and then they would be really mad if they found out. Hiding it was the same as lying about it. I was encouraged to show emotions. Kids were in my upbringing. We should share our emotions, talk about them, and 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 freely express them. We could be sad, crying, happiness, angry. Everything was okay. It was seen as natural reactions, and that was okay as long as it didn't hurt other people. So we were actually encouraged to open up and show our emotions. I did not have to work. Actually, I was supported in not working. My parents thought it was important to be at school and do my homework. And when I've done that, it was important to have friends and play with other children, and then do sports. So so work was ranked as number 5 or 6 on the list. So I did a little work in the holidays, in the summer holiday, when I turned like 15. But before 15, I didn't work anything. I just got some pocket money from my parents, and if I just took care of school, um, and then was happy with my friends, they would be happy. That's all I had to do. That was seen as a good children life in my country. And when I talk about homework, uh, it's in the range of going to school maybe 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 hours a day, and homework we talk about maybe 1 hour a day. So it's not more than that. So plenty of time for nature and friends and sports. Another principle in the upbringing of my family, which is also very much the principle today, is unconditional love. So it's kind of with the children, you have two layers. You have the unconditional love. You will always love them, but they should know that you love them no matter what they do, no matter how stupid they behave, no matter what catastrophic things they do, you would still love them. And above that, you have a more superficial layer, which is your upbringing. You have to tell them if they do something wrong, and and you can punish them. But underneath, they should always feel that you love them anyway, you love them unconditionally. That gives you a safety as a human being in your upbringing, and gives you some self-confidence. So that was some of the major principles in my upbringing. Um, it was there was a lot of harmony. We were living in a suburb surrounded by the same people, same type of families. There were all these white Caucasian people, all well educated, and actually in that way, since most of the society was that way. I didn't know any poor people. I didn't meet any poor people. I hardly knew anybody without an education. I didn't know anybody unemployed. I didn't know any of other color or nationality. So it was very homogeneous society. It has changed a bit. This will be different for my children, the next generation, but when I grew up, it was more or less like that. I hope that gives you some insight, some understanding of my perspectives on life, what I was taught when I was a kid, and that influences how I behave as a manager today. Thank you.